is Doctor Disrespect.
Oh, yeah. He's got a good thing going.
Like I like that he plays a character named Doctor Disrespect.
I truly feel like he plays Darkside Phil.
See, they were on this. I mean, actually, yeah, because the character is.
So much. Like,
No, no, no. Do you know how old? Like, he can't be based off of Darkside Phil because Doctor Disrespect is older than Darkside Phil streaming and making videos at all.
really? I thought Darkside Phil's been making videos for like 12 years.
Yeah, he was. I think Doctor Disrespect is originally an AVGN clone. If you really know the deepest lore.
I don't know the deepest lore, that's true. But I do. I don't know. I think that it's funny how Phil is always like, I won this tournament back in the 90s, and it's just like the same. It's like the character Dr. Disrespect, basically.
Well, yeah. Well, that's because he was mocking a kind of person that was around the time.
And Phil is that
Yeah,
person.
he was that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Um, which is just like an even lamer. You know what else is a fucking extremely lame kind of person? Maybe this is like hate that just doesn't even need to be put out in the world, but those fucking people who say the gifted kid people.
Oh God.
It's like an even fucking dumber version of like I could have gone pro,
Yeah.
because at least the guy who's talking about like he could have gone pro, he's saying like there was a period of time where I could like throw a ball fairly far, right? Um,
Former gifted kids.
but a former gifted kid is like literally like I was reading books meant that high schoolers are supposed to be able to read when I was in like middle school. Or sometimes even like literally I was better at shapes and color. The one that particularly enrages me is good at math before the letters started being added in, which is like what you could do 1 plus 1. Really? You were what the fuck are you talking about? Right? Yeah, nothing.
I do think that there are a group of people that are like, they kind of got, here's your yellow. You can really see the yellow on these ones.
Mhm.
Um,
Once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it.
uh, they were sold, right? That they are so smart. They're better than everyone else at their school, right? They're part of this elite group that are going to be better than everybody else in life, is how they're feeling. And then they go on, they get out of school, and life is not like, you know, grade school. And then they fail, and then they feel like they were lied to. But they weren't. They were just given opportunities, and maybe they deserve those opportunities, but that's the end of it. The end. And former gifted kids, are just people who lack their own motivation, right?
I think it's. I think you're partially right in that a lot of it is just that they want to feel like that they had any claim to being better than anyone else, right? Which is it's a honestly just very lame thing to even be interested in, right? Like not only are you not better than anyone else, you should not even want that. That's not something you should want to feel.
But
As
everybody is always craving that, right? They're craving this desire to be to feel like on top of something, right? They don't want to just be another peasant in the world, another
well, you can. Well, this is the thing. You can be good in a specific field, right?
Uh-huh.
That's okay. If you're saying I want to have knowledge on this thing, that's fine. But you are, if you want to feel like you are some kind of, you know, some kind of like ubermensch, like you are just greater than, like, you just understand all fields better, then like fuck, like that is super loser behavior.
I don't think that
Stop.
the gifted kids want to. I think they want to be an expert in something, right?
No,
And then they're
I don't even
realizing that
agree.
they're not.
No, they don't. I don't even think they want to be an expert in something. They because a former gifted kid isn't some kind of what is honestly more respectable, which is an academic of some kind, right? No, they're people who were not gifted because they were in college or anything. They're people who like the idea of being smart, like they want to be like Tony Stark or something, right? Elon Musk is honestly kind of like a former gifted kid archetype, except he's a billionaire, and which makes it honestly worse.
But no, but the problem is like he is the example of what they want to be, right?
Well,
and so is Claire Bouchard or whatever the fuck rhymes. Like she's the exact same thing.
But they want to feel like an everything person. They don't want to be an expert in, astronomy or physics, or they don't want any of those fields which require time put in and knowledge and anything like that. They just want to feel like they are good at everything, right? Like they were a Marvel character from the movies, right? What was that sound?
Me?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I was laughing.
That was a weird laugh. If you're like some kind of academic and you feel all high and mighty because you understand anything it is you understand, right? Fucking, you know what? It's not right to do. But it's less like immediately, ugh. Like the fucking, literally, I was better at shapes and colors than you. Are you fucking kidding me? Buzz off. Like, it comes from, you know what, honestly, I think a big part of this is it comes from not actually even like, because it's not college, right, where you take a specialized course. I think part of it stems from the idea that they're literally like, when
everyone's I think everyone's pretty much in agreement though that college itself is just another bullshit step that just shows that you can complete, for most, I'm not saying all jobs, right? Obviously, like if you're a surgeon or a doctor or a veterinarian, like if you have your actual PhD in something, I'm not talking about you, okay? But if you're just getting your bachelor's degree, like all that is just some busy work to show that you can complete shit and you know about what you need to know for whatever, because a lot of jobs you can get with a bachelor's degree in anything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's not even, but that's not what I'm talking about at all. My point was that in college where you take a specialized course, right? That's why you notice less people being like, I was so gifted in college, right? Because in college, when you take a specialized course, you realize that you have to devote energy into a specific field because you understand the world is so vast. But when you're in especially not even like high school level, when it's like you're just learning, you're in the science class. You can be a master of science, which you can't, right? But that's where I think a lot of that confusion sort of arises from. I agree with you, but on the whole college thing, I think it might even be a little worse than you're giving it full credit for. In that,
I saw someone on Twitter like arguing with someone, and then the insult, the person said, I don't know, like, why I'm even arguing with someone who put that they have a bachelor's degree in their bio, right? Like,
I feel like that's not so bad.
Bachelor's degree in English. Okay, and
I really don't even think that's so bad.
That's like them trying to say they're an expert or should be taken as an expert when they're not, though.
I mean, yeah, it's not like it's not a PhD, obviously.
But they're trying to position themselves as an authority on something.
I don't know the context. I don't know. I'm not so. If you're like, it depends what your Twitter account's for as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the account is associated with their name and face, then I understand it way more. If it's an anonymous account that still mentions that they have a bachelor's, then that is weird. But if it's like your name and face, you may use that as like a networking thing.
I thought it was his name in face, so maybe it is.
Well, then like that can be used for like a networking, right? And like you said, people just want to hear that you have a bachelor's in anything. So you're not supposed to have a bachelor's in English.
I do have bachelor's. You can hire me at your company.
Also, it kind of positions. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little forgiving, but it kind of positions like, you know what they like, right? Which is that they're interested in like, you know, like the arts, like like English and like literature. I was thinking I could think of some. Ooh, the bow is becoming more and more of a viable strategy.
The bow's getting better.
I just upgraded it and it just kind of helped me out. It did damage for like the first time in so long.
What are all the hat options?
No, that's what you like. Let me give you some ideas. This is not like I'm saying you there, but we're talking if we could have anything in the whole world, right? You know, start thinking grand. What would you get? Do you
for my avatar?
Yeah, you could have anything in the whole world. Could even be licensed.
I want to be my character on Restorats.
That's what you
I
want?
spent hours the other day trying to figure out how I could be my character on Restorats and play Restorats at the same time, but I can't do it unless I rig it and everything right. I'm not doing that. Or I pay someone. I'm not paying anyone. I just want something easy. But yeah, I wanted to be that slutty rat with her like Hooters shirt.
If I could have anything in the whole world, there's one. Lightbringer, okay, a fairly bad comic series, but it's bad in such an interesting way that I'm kind of a fan of it, right? Him is he has a distinctive costume.
Lightbringer, is he on here?
No, he's not fucking on there. Your wish to check is enraging me.
Why can't I just check?
Because it's just the fact that I know he will not be there.
Well, I just want to know what he looks like in general.
You can look it up. You just look up Lightbringer comic.
Lightbringer comic.
Images. Yeah, the Lightbringer.
So a bad superhero.
Yeah, but he's a good bad superhero. Now that's the first one. I've made an error.
I feel like I've seen every option that I can see on Etsy. Is there another place I can get PNG tubers?
You'll be fertilizing the soil.
it smells good.
The burgers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, another one. This one's a little higher concept. The Lightbringer is a public domain character whom, because he's not very popular, nobody gives a shit to even make him. And he's only been laughed at, and nobody actually has read the comic, I think. They just laugh at the fact that he looks like that. And part of my hope is that somebody would see me as the Lightbringer, and I would play up, I'm the Lightbringer, right? That hopefully there would be more buzz around such an amazing character with an amazing story. But I could go more into why the Lightbringer is actually awesome. What are you doing?
I'm just looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it wouldn't take much to draw this and make it a PNG tuber.
He's got like a pretty. I will say this, for all the negative things about the Lightbringer, I think he's got a good costume. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, and I've seen some bad costumes in real Marvel comics, right?
I can make this for you. It would probably take me a day.
Oh, it could take. I don't care how long. If you made that for me,
then you'll stream with me every day.
I've been trying. These sometimes
You
I'm
have
asleep.
been trying.
Sometimes I'm asleep, and that's my fault. But I really sincerely have been. Now, what I want.
You're not having any fights with your friends or anything, are you? Or is everything okay?
Is that why? No.
Okay.
Sincerely, I want to do something else with my voice, and I'm hoping this can partially. I mean, one, I want to do it because you want me to do it.
Okay, so I'll work on making you a Lightbringer.
Okay, do you want to hear my other ones?
Yes. Who do you want to be streaming with Lightbringer? So what would my character be if you're Lightbringer?
Right. I have no idea. There is a female sidekick, yes. But she's kind of like really that's not how you spell that word.
Female.
It's okay. It's probably not going to come up. Let's see if you click on image. Oh shit. That's none of them. Although Osprey go up. Click on the public domain superhero wiki, isn't it? Is Osprey?
This one?
Click on the wiki. I'm curious because it'll probably have all the.
Is this her?
I don't even know. Let me go down and read. Hannah Mentz. Yep, no, that's her. After she gets a costume. Epic wins.
Is that what you want me to be?
Yeah, we first see this character because someone's trying to rape her. It's really bad.
Why are you laughing?
Because if you actually read it, she doesn't. Because the author realizes that it's like this was written a while ago when like feminism was like 2006. That's like the feminist era, right? And the author is a male, and a male Christian, and he initially does just a very basic superhero thing, where the first time we see a woman's in danger, and the Lightbringer, in his heroicism, runs away like a bitch and gets scared and goes home and is like, oh god, that was scary, right? So immediately I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's awful. I hate the Lightbringer, right?
He seems like easy to hate.
But then the author realized that wasn't very feminist of him to portray a woman in complete danger. So he made it that she beat the shit out of him off screen and it wasn't even a big deal. That's why I'm laughing. I was remembered. She was safe.
That's good.
The guy was in danger.
That's good.
So, there's all kinds of weird things with that comic. But I'll tell you this. It's really not that edgy. Like if you just listen to that, the guy is obviously a.
Okay, so you'd want Lightbringer and Osprey.
If you wanted to, they're like co-page. Although I don't do that.
Okay.
The guy has a weird. There's a whole subplot where she tries to get and I'm telling you, this is not. I'm describing it as it is, but it doesn't seem like this was his fetish or anything. Just a weird choice. But when one of the first villains we meet is the Smiling Man, and the Smiling Man we are introduced because off the internet, Osprey orders, or Hannah Mentz, because she hasn't gotten the title yet of Osprey. Hannah Mentz purchases a breast enlargement array which was, and everyone's like, that's a scam, it's not real, because in the universe that wouldn't exist, right? Like it's a grounded world, but she just buys it. Up until this point, it seemed like it was supposed to be a grounded world, and then they get it, and then the smiling man wants to come and get it because it's not actually a breast enlarging device; it's some kind of interdimensional object. You don't want to be associated with a character that gets into things like that.
No.
I'm the Lightbringer. The Lightbringer he stops that from happening, but that's just, it's weird. And I haven't read the full comic. I read when the main author stopped. I stopped reading when the main author dropped off, right? And then it moved on to someone else, who then, if you could believe it, was like, they gave up pretty soon after. Wow. Look at this. I'm like literally level 2. Or I think I'm level 3 now. How annoying. I'm finding so much loot I literally just can never ever use.
So I'm confused. Did we decide what I'm having to draw or not?
If you made me Lightbringer, I'd be the fucking Lightbringer every day of the week.
Okay, so you're gonna be Lightbringer.
Whatever you want to be, I don't know.
You don't want me to be Osprey then?
I kind of don't want you to be anyone from the Lightbringer comics.
Okay, I won't be anyone from Lightbringer comics then.
Because there's really
Let's
no.
throw that away. I'm deleting Osprey.
There's not many. There's not many women.
Okay. Even though this is a feminist comic, got it.
It's not a feminist comic.
I'm joking.
No. I'm saying the creator is obviously not a feminist, and he was just in a culture where that was getting big at the time, and so sometimes it's like, you know what, for women, right? In a way that just is hilarious because he's so bad at it and like ineffectual. He is there's a great scene in the Lightbringer comics where the author Linkara recently had a debate on some internet forum, because it's 2006, over whether or not on atheism, right? On whether or not morals can be objective. And the evil atheists he was arguing with were saying, no, they can't be objective because that doesn't make sense. And he was saying, yes, they can be objective. How could you dare say that they're not objective, right? Well, that internet argument bled into the Lightbringer comics, and then you get like a major mucho texto where he's basically just arguing with the people on the forum. And then he beats the shit out of them. But like, he made the people on the forum a villain.
I see.
Do you kind of see my love for Lightbringer now? A comic that just straight up has a Christian guy being like, fuck you, dumb atheist. I'm going to fucking beat the shit out of you. That looks Chinese, but it's probably not even.
I wanted this before. I'm thinking about just getting it now. Maybe this is what I'm settling on for now. What? Wait, what was that? That's weird. I thought it was a more realistic squirrel, but it's just the tail looks realistic.
I think it's honestly kind of cool. This is, you know what is a character? This is another one I would do if I could be anyone. I love post-apocalypse stories, right? So I'd want to be like Humongous or something, like a roving warlord guy.
Why?
Why? What? What do you mean? Why? You do not see it?
Why do you want to be a warlord?
Why would I want to be an awesome guy riding around in like an apocalypse car?
Yeah.
What? That's just like obviously awesome looking. Everyone knows that. You don't agree? Because he's evil?
I don't know.
Do you not think that evil things are cool?
I think they're cool, I guess.
I'd want to be like... Nah, I could do so much. That would be awesome. The Lightbringer.
Well, I'll work on that, but that's gonna take me a few days to work on.
I don't care how long it takes. I was thinking that this was the idea that you could even do it is surprising to me, or you think you could at least.
I've made these avatars before with my own fingered hands. I have an iPad. I can kind of draw, right? Like all I have to do is draw a few frames.
I think I'm in a way over leveled area, or I'm like way under leveled for this area.
I'm not beaten yet.
You can kind of draw too.
Yeah. But I don't think I could really do. I could make Lightbringer, but the thing is, it would just take me such an amazingly long amount of time that I wouldn't. It wouldn't look good.
Belongs to us. This is going to.
Okay, the fucking. Whoa.
I love these, but then I don't at the same time.
They look like they would be an advertising.
What?
They look like they'd be an advertising.
They'd be in advertising?
Yeah. You know, some people kind of just like you. I can envision this thing yelling at me really loudly
Bye!
to go. It's like not even just like to go play on claw machines or something. Looks like a claw machine guy. Am I crazy? Do you not see it?
I do. I mean, I like the idea of a little stuffed animal moving around and talking. I have a thing for the Teddy in AI, the movie Artificial Intelligence. Teddy. I love him. He's so cute. I want a toy like that so bad. I feel like they will have toys like that by the time I'm like almost dead.
I don't think you want a toy like that.
I do. I want a little friend. A little toy friend.
I don't think that really works outside of movies.
Look, if it has ChatGPT built into it and it responds fast enough and it just moves a little bit, it doesn't even have to interact with me moves. It just moves a little bit in ways that make logical sense, you know? I would be so enthralled. I don't think I would ever be able to be pulled away from it.
You really think so?
Yeah, I truly think so.
It's like I'm surprised, honestly, because I think I would be the most bored ever. Like,
you wouldn't like talking to it? I would like talking to it. It's kind of crazy when you think about, like, because they train these, you know, large language models on, like, basically all the knowledge of human existence that they can, right?
Yeah,
I'm not saying they know everything, but...
Yeah, they train it on Reddit threads primarily, but...
Right.
Someone acts like a Redditor, which is kind of awesome.
But they train it on, like, all the knowledge that most humans could possibly have. So you're basically just talking to the collected knowledge of humanity.
No, you're talking to Reddit.
Okay, well, I'm talking to all of Reddit. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, so few books are in it. It's a bit of a disappointing thing.
I've talked to it about books, though.
Yeah, but it's...
And it knows about the books.
The issue is that it knows about the... Like, it knows some books, but mostly due to how laws work, how they've kind of had to make it. It knows what happens in books because it knows what, and I say Reddit because Reddit is like one of the big ones that it sells to, right? That sells like that.
It is a little fucked up about some things. Like, I was really annoyed that I couldn't. I asked it to just give me this monologue out of this movie, right? So I could look over it and stuff, and it wouldn't. It refused. It said it was copywritten, and I'm like, but I'm not publishing it anywhere. I just want to read it. and it was like, no.
I'm gonna keep tilting at this window until I win. I feel like, but what I was trying to say is it doesn't. Oftentimes, it doesn't actually know the book, right? It knows the book via descriptions of what happens in the book online, right? Which is so often just not useful.
And not accurate, so yeah.
Well, because like people don't like. How often do you like? Sometimes I just want to know what happens. I want precise information. I don't know. You probably know way more about this than me because I straight up. I like cannot use any of those programs. I find them grating, and I don't want to like. I just don't want to use it. Like, if I want to look up information. I don't want it to be in the form of like a casual conversation with a little fucking robot, right? I don't know if maybe I feel like maybe I'm in the minority here, but for me it is literally easier to like look up something or try to actually look into the topic than to like start talking to a robot all of a sudden. And
For me, I mostly have devolved in. First, it was like I was having fun just having conversations, right? Like, do the math on this or do the math on that. Like, like what is the federal budget? What's the budget of this country? What's this? What's like per person? Like, I don't know. I was like doing a lot of like questions like that, and then I got bored of that. And now I've moved on to and actually the first thing I did was just talk like philosophical questions like, do you feel alive? What's it like being a chat GPT? And then it was the other way, right? Like math questions a lot. And then now it's more like I'm troubleshooting how to hook up this fucking thing, right? Like this is plugged into this is plugged into that. What am I doing wrong? And usually I use it for like that kind of thing. Like I can't get this program to run properly, and it helps me with that kind of stuff.
so like, okay, for each of those, for one, doing the math, that's a big issue I have with it, is that it's bad at math for some reason. It literally just, because it's not doing the math, it's guessing what the answer would be, right? So it's I can't trust it with. I feel like I really can't trust it with any kind of data analyzing, right, or analytics in general, because it's somehow it's one of the things it's worst at doing. I can't ask it for research because it's prone to hallucinating research as well. That's a very annoying thing it does. And
my sister messaged me the other day asking me for studies about whether sending kids to, like sending kids to daycare as infants or staying home with them. Is there any studies that show, which is better, which is worse, or whatever? And I asked and I was like, well, I don't know any studies off the top of my head. So I asked ChatGPT to look up the studies, and then I went to its sources and read those sources, and then sent her the sources that I thought were, that made sense. To me, that's easier than searching the sources myself.
Do you know how? I don't think you. But I think this is like a bit of a gap where I don't think you would know. Do you know how you would find a study on that?
I mean, probably going to where those studies were at, like health.gov.
You want to learn now? It's very easy.
Sure, but how do I do it? You can tell me, so I know.
Yeah, you could. If you open a new tab and you type in Google Scholar, and then this is also good if you want to learn about patents, or you can see case law as well, all kinds of things, right? But you can look up something like, you could see some of the options immediately. But you don't have to type in studies. Yeah. Children daycare. And see, now you there's some, obviously you're going to find like a much more of like,
This seems like this is my problem is I don't want to go through all these, right? Like I asked ChatGPT like these are the points that I'm looking for, and it pulled up a bunch of different studies or whatever, and I clicked on those and read over those and made, because some of the things that they said they didn't say, right? So I understand that I have to go in and manually.
yeah, you can see that this is how oftentimes if I need research, I'll look into that, right? Part of the reason it's nice is if I'm now in your example where someone is like specifically asking you such a question, then maybe you're just like, I can definitely see the use case there. But for me, if I'm curious about something, looking up a lot of the search terms like effects of blank or, life cycle of blank, just things like that, can actually be so much more useful, because I'm like, I may end up...
Ew, what the fuck is this?
What?
It has a fucking ween.
Okay, just calm down. Not nice to be mean like that.
Well, what the fuck?
What?
What is this?
Yeah, it's a penis.
It's disgusting.
Hell no.
I'm just being overly dramatic.
Well, I was thinking like it's weird that I'm like, it sucks that you can't like be like Red Skull, because that's obviously the environment doesn't allow for you to be edgy in that way, and then you're like, that seems like too much to bring up Red Skull from Marvel Comics, and then you're like, I don't like trans people.
I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying that was like a very sexualized image, okay?
Yeah, but I'm not very phased by it, because I've looked over and I've seen so many like super sexual, like that one.
She's not putting her whole cooch lips. If it showed like the vagina lips, then I would also say.
Okay, hover over it again.
What am I looking at?
The intense physics on the breath, like that's not even how they work. They're so extreme. Now I wouldn't mention it usually because I'm like, yeah, that's how it is.
I mean, that is how they do. They do jiggle boob physics on everything. That's what the people want or something.
What's confusing to me is that it's like obviously not how they work. Like. I'm like trying to think of like some things I like to look up, but I've just been like completely, I just learned that apparently people who like VTubers have awful aesthetic interests.
That's what I've learned too. Because how can there be hundreds of these and I hate all of them?
Shocking. I don't know.
I honestly like these little hand-drawn ones better than anything else that I ever see. You're gonna have to take a break and eat a burger in a minute.
Yep. It's good. This game, I'm curious if this is a universal feeling. But I'm like playing this game and I feel hot. That's the term I give to it. I start to feel hot. Is this like a universal thing? Like, wait, can I feel your face? Is that too far? I want to know.
You're allowed.
Yeah, feel my face.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm literally heating up.
It's making you feel a lot of anxious consciousness, huh?
No, 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 no. It's almost the exact opposite. I begin to feel so stupid in the process. I also get this way when I watch a lot of animated shows, especially ones for children, where like with the really bright colors.
Is this what you meant?
Yeah, like that's and I've seen so many of these and I haven't freaked out over them because I've just that's how it is. But then you were the same way for like the one with the penis, and I was like, yeah, what's shocking about that?
No, I mean that's the only one I've ever seen with a giant penis bulge, like clearly like positioned in the middle of the screen.
Well, yeah, because it's the but it's the same one with all the breasts that are obviously in the middle of the screen.
I know.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying it's.
Like, I'm just saying they shouldn't be selling fucking fetish content on here. What do I know though?
I don't see what's so much worse about that than all the other stuff we've seen.
Well, I clearly just try to go over it and find other nicer stuff. I'm not looking for that.
I mean,
And so part of me is like just annoyed that it's like so prevalent that I can't get away from it too. Part of me wonders if I like do streaming, is this what I have to do? Do I have to like pretend to be a little girl and talk about sexy stuff? I don't know. Am I supposed to have my model look like this?
I would say don't. I would say not even you don't have to. I would say don't do it. I feel like, and this might be. I'm going long. Okay, you're familiar with trading terminology, with company terminology, right?
Right.
I'd go long on being like a fucking character. Like I'm a little upset that there's like not as many Dr. Disrespect. Like
People?
fuck. I was
How did
getting
you game over?
I was getting bored of how long everything took and I went too far. What do I want to say? Yeah, okay. I would go long. Oh, thank God. On think about it. I'm the fucking Lightbringer. That'd be a cool one. Your name is like Tartarian Candidate, right?
My name is Demolition Elf.
Oh, Demolition Elf.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're streaming on, Demolition Elf's channel.
Okay. That's like a crazy poll, by the way.
Huh?
I said that's a crazy.
It's
poll.
crazy, and I got it on every single streamer thing.
A lot of the names I really like, I feel like are a little too high concepts. But like that one is so easy. Even if you don't know what it is, if you look it up, you get it now, right? I feel like maybe I'm being a little.
Like, why does it have to look like that?
I mean, may I ask? Never mind.
What?
I was just gonna be like, why don't you have an ad blocker?
Who's in there?
That's got to be the hairless one.
No, it's probably Chuffy.
The one with no tail.
You hear the meowing? That's Kappa.
But the one with no tail is there?
Yeah, Willem and Jeffy go in here and hang out a lot.
Oh yeah, he's right there. That's surprising to me. Because like they don't like to be around me. But they're fairly close. I mean, I can't see them, but. Ooh. It's kind of lame.
sorry,
What?
bitch. I have a hard time believing that. You probably worn down from you barfing up those 3,000 calories a day more than using your teeth.
I could believe it. I mean, I could believe it. Especially because I saw the crab. If she eats a lot of really hard food, maybe she's got some kind of genetic. Maybe she's predisposed already.
To having bad teeth, yeah.
I like believing. Heart. Look at that. Requires 8 dexterity. For the love of God. This is the big thing, okay? That I would want to do. Is that, and I wouldn't fully do this all the time just because, like, I would break it a little bit. But I'd want it to be that I am the Lightbringer, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not somebody playing the Lightbringer.
So you'd have to get into character.
Yeah, I would get into character. I mean, I'd be defining his character, partially.
You're defining the character.
Well, yeah, because it's not like... Because what would the Lightbringer look like if he was Twitch streaming? Well, the comic was made in 2006.
Right.
You know, I'd be... Most... It's not like with what's his name? Spider-Man or some sort of like Sherlock Holmes, where everyone knows what Sherlock Holmes should act like. Nobody knows what the Lightbringer really should act like yet. I guess I don't know. Although I just immediately came up with a bit of an issue.
What's the issue?
Well, surely I can't be like, you can't also just be like, I couldn't lie. I'm not gonna lie about my faith. That'd be, you know, it'd be fucked up.
So you being Christian is an issue?
Well, like, I could... kind of do that, but not totally.
I suppose it has.
I just wouldn't talk about it, really, but like, I just realized there's some things.
But do not worry, my friend. Let us walk this path and make me whole again. I will restore this island to the glory it deserves, the King's Road included.
Are you ready to take a break and eat your food?
Is my food done?
Mm-hmm.
Then yes.
Okay.
I'm saving. This keyboard is weird.